Hi there, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. I know I say that all the time, but it's like I don't know how else to start this, so let's just make it the same way I've done it always. Anyway, hi everybody. Today actually a couple of days ago, I was reading something and somebody made a comment about self-sabotage, and I thought about that, and it occurred to me that a lot of people think that they sabotage whatever it is that they're trying to do because they're afraid of failure. I would argue that in many cases, people are trying to self sabotage because they fear success. Usually, when I say that, people look at me kind of like, but let's think about this. Um, on a For a really, really simple concept, let's say you're trying to do something and you haven't been able to do it. So you work on it and you get closer and closer to do it. And most people are afraid that, I'm going to fail, I'm going to fail. So you mess up. No, what happens is you get closer to do it. And suddenly maybe people say, oh, when you get to do this, you'll be able to do it again. And suddenly you start thinking, oh, wait a minute. People are going to expect me to do it again. Can I do that? And then the idea of having to replicate that particular behavior after you've not done it for a long time can get to be scary. Another example, which might be a little clearer or more at home for a lot of people, because you probably know somebody who's like this if it's not you. Let's take a look at the idea of weight. If somebody's really, really heavy and then they start to lose weight, frequently they get noticed by other people. And if it happens to be somebody that they suddenly start, maybe somebody asks them out for a date or some such thing like that, and it's wait a minute, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. How do I do this? If they've never been in that situation before, suddenly the universe of other possibilities opens up and they become scared of how they're going to do that. So the idea that if they're going to lose a lot of weight, then they're going to have, if you will, a different persona. They're going to look different. They're going to be expected to do different things. And then that gets to be scary. So in a sense, you don't want to be failing at that point. I guess that's where the failure comes in. But the other part to it is that they just don't know what to do because it's unfamiliar territory. It's no longer comfortable. And so in that case, a lot of people will then start to sabotage their diet simply because they're afraid of how they would behave or what they would do if they were successful. So that I've known, the one thing I'm puzzled by when I started school, and I think I've mentioned this before, but maybe not, of students who would come to within a week or two of graduation, and not just the end of the term or not just the end of a course, but they would be, if they finished a course, they submitted one paper, they took one test, they'd graduate, they'd get a degree. What happened is they quit. First time I saw that, I was like, what? All they had to do was take the test. They could have even, gotten like a 40 out of 100 on it, but they really just had to have that particular grade, and they didn't come in and take the test, which means they didn't graduate. That's always puzzled me. I've never figured out why people do something like that. And over the course of the years, I've come to the conclusion, well, or maybe not necessarily conclusion, I've come to suspect that a lot of people begin to get scared of being successful. What if I get the degree? That means, therefore, that I might be able to go out and get another job or may have to be behaving in a different way. What it's doing is they're getting that degree means that they're going out of their comfort zone, rather, I guess I should say, and they're not sure what they're going to do with it because people know what to do when they've been wherever they've been. So if you've been fat or you've been without a degree or you've been scared of giving speeches or you've been scared of, just showing up in public place or some such thing like that, getting out of your comfort zone gets to be scary. And I think all of us recognize that. But to be successful at a particular thing implies that you have to do it again. And this gets to be scary for a lot of people. So that I think that maybe perhaps could be when you try to think in terms of, well, what if I got good grades? What if I did this? What if I got up and gave that speech? What if I got and did something unexpected and they liked it? Then people might expect me to do it again and again and again. And then that can be kind of scary, to put it bluntly. And I think you can begin to see in that particular case, if you think in terms of something that you're afraid of doing and that you have put off doing it, is it that you're afraid of failure? Quite possibly not. It might be that you're afraid that if you succeed at whatever it is you're doing, then people are going to expect that behavior out of you again, and you're not quite sure that you're ready to fulfill those expectations. So this might give you something to think about. And if nothing else, you might want to give it to somebody else to think about, because maybe you know that they are afraid of failure, or suspect, not afraid of failure. They may think they're afraid of failure, but they're really actually afraid to get out of their comfort zone and be successful and do something else. So let me know what you think about it. Send me some comments if this resonated with you at all. I'd really like to know that. And take a look at what I've got in the blog, and see what happens, and let me know what's going on. I really would appreciate some comments, because I've said before, it's kind of like I'm talking to a blank wall and I have no idea whether anybody's listening to me at all. And I really would appreciate just some kind of comment. Let me know. So have a good week and take care, and we'll chat with you later. Bye.